Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have missed you guys like you wouldn't even believe. So as you can tell by the title, today's gonna be my first impression and demo of the Tarte Tarteist Pro palette and Tarteist Pro Glow palettes. Now when I first saw these, I was like floored. I love the pictures and I just knew everything was gonna be top notch. So I did go ahead and film this look for you guys. I start from literally, I use these products from beginning to the end. I start with a bare face and work my way up to this. Using this palette, like that highlight is like killing me. But you guys see me from beginning to end with these two palettes. Now I did purchase both of mine off of the Tarte website. I think they were $53 each. I will leave the prices and the links for both of these down below. I feel like the palette may have been $53 and the highlighters were $43 or vice versa. I don't really remember, but I will leave the links with the prices down below in the description box. So after using these products, I'm ready to give my first impression. So let's start with the Tarteist Pro palette. Now it has like this nice black cover and it does show fingerprints, but it's a really hard plastic with the gold writing, and y'all know I love black and gold, right? And the back is like this gold plated, which I love, and it just says Tarteist Pro Amazonian Clay palette. So the net weight is 1 gram of product and each shadow is 0.035 ounces. These shimmer shades are so pigmented. I mean, one swipe of the brush, it is amazing. So you know finger swatches are gonna be bomb.com. You have really nice warm shades. Whimsy is a beautiful burnt orange. Maud is a beautiful, like, it reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, the shade Vetian Red or something like that. It reminds me a bit of that really nice berry shade. It's so gorgeous. The browns in here are beautiful, smoked and edgy, beautiful, and these shades are pigmented. I did not have to do much with blending or applying the shadows. As you can see when you guys watch me go from a no-go to where to show at, you know what I'm saying? When you guys watch me, you'll see I had literally no effort. So on my lid right now, I have the shade Minx, which is this shade right here. Like, are you guys seeing that? Like, that shade is gorgeous and it's so pigmented. And this shade Trendy, which is like this blue, like, are you guys seeing that? It's so gorgeous. Like, look at that. Look at those shades, absolutely gorgeous. Like, the pigmentation is so top notch in this palette. I can see myself in this palette like non-stop. And of course you have Eternal, which is this beautiful bronzy gold, and then you have Glam, which is in my inner corner, which is like a true gold. And those you can probably pop on as highlighters. They're so pretty. So here you have Eternal, and this is Glam, and those are all 4 of the shimmer shades in the palette. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I'm gonna swatch a few of the matte shades. So I'm gonna swatch Whimsy, let's do No Filter, Maud, and Classic, which is like a classic light shade. I have that one known as my brow highlight. So here we have Whimsy, No Filter, Maud, and Classic. So this palette for me is a 10 out of 10. I have nothing bad to say about this palette. You are really already familiar with the Tarte eyeshadow formula and how they perform. You're not going to have a problem with this at all. And even if you're not familiar with the Tarte matte eyeshadows, definitely try them out. They're some of the best and I really do enjoy using them. Now for the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. When I saw this, I was like, okay. One of the contour shades is a cream, and that one you get the 0.17 ounces, 4.7 grams. And the rest of the products are all powder. It equals up to 5 grams, 0.176 ounces each. So before I open it up, let me show you guys. So this, it's like the same as the eyeshadow palette, except the black one, this one is a lot more felt. That soft, like, it's a lot more felt, meaning that it's gonna collect a lot more dirt or like whatever. And this is what it looks like if you do like a size comparison of the two. So the eyeshadow palette is slightly bigger, but of course you're getting more product. And when you open it, it opens like a wardrobe. How cute is that? And you get 2 mirrors on the side, which I'm covering, and this is the actual palette. So right here you have the cream contour. It's in the shade. Over here you have Sculpt, which is a powder, and then you have your highlighters, Lit, Fire, Strobe, and Stunner, and those are all of your highlighter shades, and they are pretty big pans. So I'm gonna swatch for you each of the highlighters, and I'm gonna show you guys. So this one is, what we said, Lit, one swipe, Fire, Strobe, and Stunner, and those are the shades: Lit, Fire, Strobe, and Stunner. And these are all of the highlighter shades. Lit is more of a really nice peachy gold. I feel like all these shades will suit every skin tone. When it comes to these highlighters, they will fit every skin tone. So Lit is more of a peachy tone. Fire is more of like a nice golden bronze, what I have on my cheeks right now. Strobe is a really intense, Strobe is a really intense icy white. In the tutorial you see me pop it onto my Cupid's bow, and I had to really blend it out. It's a little too icy for me. It's a really strong icy highlight, but it will suit deeper skin tones. I wouldn't recommend putting it along on top of your cheeks if you are a deeper skin tone, but if you do, use a really light hand. If you are lighter skin tones, that's gonna make your skin look pearlescent, like beautiful. And then you have the last one, which is Stunner. Stunner is like a nice icy white, but it has a slight gold undertone to it, so that one will be really nice for deeper skin tones as well. And for all, like I said, all these shades will fit all skin tones, and they are super reflective, and I love how it just really blended into the skin, and it's so pretty. Now for the 2 contour products, at the bottom you have Shade, which is the cream contour, and you have Sculpt, which is the powder contour. These don't work for me. Shade looked dark enough in pictures, even when I first got it from the post office, and I was like looking at it, I was just like, okay, that may work, but it doesn't. As you will see in the tutorial, it doesn't work for me, because even though it's a deeper brown, it has a really cool gray undertone, which should be amazing for lighter skin tones, but for deeper skin tones, it just didn't show up on me. And the Sculpt shade, I could probably try using that to, it's a little dark to set under my eye. Well, what I'm used to setting under my eye with, it's a little dark, but I could probably try setting my under eye with that. But other than that, it doesn't show up on my skin tone. Or I can even try to sculpt my contour with it, like really sharpen my contour with that powder. I can try that as well. But other than that, I really don't see me using the 2 contour products in this palette because of my skin tone. But if you are of lighter skin tone, even medium to light, I think they will work great for you. If you are of deeper skin tone, try the Tarte in Collab Makeup Shayla contour. That's what I use in the video because it works for me. This just doesn't. So I give this one a 7 out of 10, and I do recommend, if you have deeper skin tone, still pick it up. These highlighters, I like this formula. Like when I apply this highlighter to my skin, it just blended and melted into the skin. I didn't have to go in too many times, like try to blend it in with my fan brush, which I really did like. I'm gonna stop talking. Please enjoy, and I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. So I'm gonna take my Glam Glow wet lip and just put some on. My lips have been so dry. So first things first, I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. So I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony. And this is like almost out. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to have to brush them first. Take my NYX Above and Beyond concealer in the shade Medium, and I'm just gonna go in and clean up my eyebrows as normal. Now that my brows are all done, I'm gonna take my Lorac Behind the Scenes eyeshadow base and just prime my eyelids, and then we're gonna get into this palette. So this is what the palette looks like on the inside. So you have 16 mattes and 4 shimmers. And I love the way this palette looks, so we're just gonna jump right in. So I'm gonna find my MAC 227 that I really have to replace. It's time for this one to go in the trash and for me to get a new one. And we're gonna go into the shade Whimsy. Yeah, it's this one here. It's more like a burnt orange, so I'm gonna use that one as my transition shade, and I'm just gonna blend this out all above and into my crease. That shade is all blended in. I'm gonna go into the shade let's do a little bit of Edgy, which is like this nice brown shade here. Let's do a little bit of that in the crease, and then on top of that we're gonna go into the shade Smoke, which is right here, into the outer V. So Edgy's more like a medium tone brown. Smoke is a really nice deep dark brown, just to really blend out both those shades. And I'm using my Morphe M513 brush. Whew, super pigmented. And I'm just gonna blend this all the way throughout my crease. As I said, we're gonna take the same brush and go into Smoke. And I'm just gonna blend Smoke right into the outer V just to give it a little bit of contrast. Then I'm gonna take this flat brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Minx, which is like a purpley, a deep purple shade, and I'm gonna pop Minx onto my lid. That shade is like super pretty and like crazy pigmented. I don't own any of the Tarte single shimmer shadows, but now I'm thinking maybe I need to get some. And on my brow highlight, I'm just gonna take the plain white shade and the shade Classic. And set my brow highlight. So we're gonna stop with the eyes for now. I'm liking that palette so far, and we're gonna get into the rest of my face. So for primer, I'm gonna use this little sample size of the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, and I've been liking this lately. At one point I did not like this primer. I guess when I'm like I have oily skin. When I'm like not as oily, this primer works well for me. But when I'm oily, it just doesn't help me like whatsoever. So now I'm gonna go with my L'Oreal True Match Foundation in the shade C8. This foundation is like a holy grail foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. And blend it out all over my face. Go with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 30 Cafe. If you guys have been watching me, you know I love this concealer, and I use it almost every day along with my LA Girl, my Urban Decay, but this is like my favorite drugstore concealer of life. Right there. So now I'm gonna go into the Tarte Pro Glow Palette, which is like, I love this packaging, you guys. I'm gonna take a little plastic cover out, and look at this packaging. It opens up like a little wardrobe, and it has like 2 mirrors on the sides. Like, look at that. So it does have a cream contour shade in here, which is the shade right here, which is called Shade. Now, I don't know if that is gonna work for me, but I'm gonna try. Sorry it's dirty, but I'm gonna take this Real Techniques buffer brush, and I'm just gonna swipe it. Oh, that's really creamy. I'm gonna swipe it in there and see if I'm gonna try blending it out, but I don't think that work. No, doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna just blend it out. That doesn't work. And I can tell already in here that Sculpt shade is way too light for me. So, moving on, that doesn't work. I'm gonna go in and blend out my concealer. That's not dark enough for my skin tone. That cream contour in that palette, and on the website and the videos that I've seen, it looked like it was dark enough, but it's absolutely not dark enough, so it's okay. Hopefully the highlighters work, and then it'll be like, okay, out of 6 items, 4 work and 2 don't. I'm okay with that ratio. So my concealer's all blended in. I had to really blend out that cream contour because it just made my foundation in that area look really off. So bypassing that, I'm gonna take my Sacha Buttercup powder, setting powder, and I'm just gonna set all the areas where I placed my highlight. And now that I'm thinking, maybe I can use that Sculpt shade that looks way too light for me. Maybe I can use that to set my under eye. I mean, I don't know. I'm like going to work after this, and I don't want to have to go to work looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But for you guys, I'll walk around looking like an unblended mess if I need to. If need be, I'll walk around looking like an unblended mess for y'all. Cause y'all my peoples. So if I gotta be an unblended mess, I'm gonna be an unblended mess, okay? And then I'm gonna go with my Sephora liquid liner. You guys see this eyeliner in every tutorial, like every tutorial. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick wing. I'm gonna be a little hush hush, I gotta concentrate. So we're gonna try to keep this Tarte theme going. I'm gonna use a sample of the Tarte Tarteist Lash Paint Mascara. I have a black background. That whole thing just disappeared, but yeah. And this came with my Pro. It's supposed to do that? Okay, whatever. It came with my Tarte Pro Glow palette. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see how like this. Okay. Loving. And then now I'm gonna go with my House of Lashes Temptress Wispy Lashes. And you guys know I'm gonna pop these on off camera because it takes me forever and a day to put lashes on. So now I'm gonna take my Maybelline, my Kat Von D Tattoo Locket Powder Foundation in the shade Deep 71. And I'm gonna go ahead and just set the rest of my face. The cream contour in this palette does not work for me. It's too, it's not only that it's too light, it's too light and it's more of a cool undertone cream contour, and it just didn't work for me. Now the shade Sculpt in this palette, which is this one right here, it's just, to put it plainly, it's just plain too light for deeper skin tones. Way too light. So the two contour shades in this palette for me are thumbs down, no go, because they do not suit my skin tone. So for contour, I'm going to use the Tarte and collab with Makeup Shayla. I hate my camera gets dark like that. Tarte collab with Makeup Shayla contour palette. I'm gonna use the darkest contour shade here to contour and sculpt my face. I'm gonna go into the lighter shade of that contour palette, and I'm just gonna take that shade and go in and contour my nose. I could use the dark one as well, but whatever. For blush, because you're just trying to keep it Tarte, I'm gonna go with my Tarte and collab with Style by Harouche palette, and I'm gonna go ahead into that blush, which is called Cheeky. It's a really, really pretty peachy blush, and I'm gonna take my Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm gonna go in and really dig in. And this gives me like a nice peach flush of color on the cheeks. So now we're gonna do highlight. We're gonna go into the Tarte Tarteist Pro Glow palette, and let's pick a highlight. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch us something by the toe. If you wanna let him go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And let it on fire. This one here. So that's what we're gonna use. So I'm gonna take this. Where's my fan brush? And I've never used this highlight palette before. I actually got from the post office this morning. It's pretty. Fire. Fire is pretty. Not too chunky. Okay, okay. No highlight. Bam. Okay. I love y'all, but dang, that is really, really pretty. I like that. I like that. So maybe on the forehead we'll use a little bit of Lit, which is the one that's up here. Maybe we'll use that a little bit on the forehead and maybe down the bridge of the nose. Let's try that. very pretty as well. And then the Cupid's bow, let's do strobe, looks really, really light. So I'm gonna put a little bit of strobe on my finger and just, that's really icy. It's like a really icy highlight. So strobe is a little strong. And then on the chin, we're gonna just stick to fire. So that's that. I like it. Fire is super pretty. Really, really pretty. Now for the lips, I'm gonna go with my Gerell Cosmetics Hydro, what are these called? Hydra Matte in the shade Gravity. Honestly speaking, Gerell Cosmetics is my favorite liquid lipstick formula. Like my favorite.